All right, welcome to the We Make Pops podcast. I'm joined by my co-host Lewis, and I'm Andy. We're here interviewing Daniel, aka Notorious Customs, on Instagram. So, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing good, doing good. Just glad to be here. Finally, took me a while, but I'm glad to be here.
When we first made the announcement forever ago, I remember you were one of the first comments and you were like, I got to get on this. So we were excited to have you on right when you posted that.
Yeah, I've never done something like this, so it's pretty exciting. And I mean, I'm glad I could talk about something that I like, with you guys. We all like, we share the same interests too. So
Oh, we love it, yeah. And it's so hard to find people that do the customs for just Funko Pops themselves, because it's hard to just find anyone who collects Funko Pops. But yeah, no, we appreciate it, bro. We love having you on. So thanks for coming on.
oh, no problem, dude. Like I said, I'm glad I'm here, and I'm glad to finally talk to you guys for sure. Because we're always, like I said, we're always talking on Instagram, so it's finally good to be
Yeah,
here.
for sure.
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons. We say this with a lot of our guests, but one of the reasons we started this was just because a lot of us, we talk in the comment sections, we might DM a little bit. But getting the chance to actually sit down, talk about our craft, give new viewers some insight as to and into what we do. It's kind of a really cool thing that we've built up, and we're excited to see grow, and I don't know, give that platform to a lot of different creators.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like there's a lot of people that don't like talking to each other, or not share the little things with each other. Like we all need to be together on this, because we're all doing the same thing, and it doesn't hurt, to be friendly about things too. So
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I'm actually really glad you said that. Because you're right. We're all doing the same thing, but we all have our own little twist on it. So looking at your page, most viewers will see that you primarily do a metallic twist on a lot of these pops. Personally, like my favorites, for example, on your page were the Necros Exodia. I loved that one, and the Freddy as Zenitsu. And I love your style, the metallic, but it's almost like it's almost like something like I don't know how to describe it. How would you describe your style?
so it's it's kind of hard too, but honestly, I just like working with metallics, or pearlescence, the color too, because it kind of it's kind of different, like when you look at metallic. I tried candy paints, but I don't know. I try to it's not necessarily that I like to stick with metallics, but just the way they look, when you're finished. Like yeah, there's the glow in the dark ones, but you can only see them in the dark, right? So
Right.
you know what I mean? I don't know. I really like that metallic look when you're finished, and I don't know. I guess that's my style. Just try to stick to that.
Well, and looking through your page, you definitely have a very defined style. If you look at it, you're going to know it's one of yours. How did you kind of settle on that style? And I don't know, what was the trial and error? How do you decide to do a project? Really just give us your backstory.
So all right. So it all started in high school. I used to do art, and I would do canvas art, and yeah, that's cool, but I don't know. I just feel like people aren't really into that nowadays. So I started doing customs. I saw a Goku pop, and I'm like, well, if I could, pretty sure I could paint this. Or don't get me wrong, I seen what really inspired me was what was his name? Good Boy.
Oh
But
yeah.
back in the day, he was something else. I forgot his name when I first seen his page. I don't know if it was Good Boy. I can't remember, but he really inspired me, with his his work. It's metallics and all that. And I just thought well, if he could do it, then I could do it. And I just really got into it, and I couldn't stop. I don't know. It's just, you guys know how it is. Just seeing your artwork, out there, and people enjoy it. And I don't know. That really got me going. And I guess whenever I dropped that Necros, I'm glad you brought that up. I feel like that's what really put me out there when I first dropped that. because I did that a long time ago and I did new ones, but that really helped me right there. That pop, I don't know, put me out there and everyone found out about me and all that.
Yeah. When you when you first started with that Goku, did you post it right away or did you make a few more prior? What I guess got you onto Instagram?
So I would always like be on Instagram. I guess I had like a gaming page. I try to like do all that, and it didn't work out, but I did have followers. So I was like, well, might as well make this into my art page. So even at the bottom of my Notorious Customs page, I have like my old artwork, and I don't know, I used to just take like little photography pictures and do all that, and I had the followers, so I was like, well, I might as well start off with Instagram because honestly, I feel like it's like easier to get your stuff out on Instagram than like Facebook. And yeah, there's Twitter, but it's kind of harder, I feel like, than like Instagram is just so easy, I feel like a good platform to get out there.
I think Twitter is a good like supplemental social media. I don't personally have one myself, but I think that's a good way to kind of get your stuff out there as an addition. But yeah, I think if you were to like only post on Twitter, I think you're going to definitely limit your reach, kind of like you were saying.
Yeah, and I feel like you got to be like really frequent on there, like nonstop post stuff. Because I've tried on Twitter, but I wasn't successful. And Instagram has like been a big help, like as far as like showing off my work,
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
TikTok too. Yeah, I could say, if you make videos and post it on TikTok. I haven't really done that, but people
No,
make some cool
Instagram
stuff.
Yeah, no, they makes it really easy, and it's just super easy to post all your stuff. That's amazing. So you just started customizing in high school. What got you to like Funko Pops? Were you already collecting those and you started, you thought you could start customizing like that Goku, or how did you get into that?
Yeah. So I guess when I seen a Good Boy, like when I remember I seen one of his pieces a while back. That's kind of what got me like into it. Like I seen him do it. So I'm like, well, I could do it, or I could like do something similar and like, not necessarily copy, but like he inspired me, like everyone has their inspirations. Like, dude, I see your stuff inspires me too. Both your guys' work, like, but like that really got me onto it, like seeing his stuff. Like, I don't know, I thought, well, I could paint Goku's like whatever I want, or I could turn them, I don't know, into anything, like literally red hair, blue hair, whatever, like
Yep.
I was like,
So
I don't know, that's cool.
When I look at your style, obviously your paint always looks extremely smooth. I have to assume you're not using a paintbrush.
No, yeah. So I bought an airbrush the first time, like so when I first started customizing, I ain't gonna lie, so I did a Bob Ross dude and I dripped paint onto it. And it came out sick, but I didn't have an airbrush then. And that was like my first custom Funko was like a Bob Ross, but like I just dripped paint onto it. And yeah, so after I did that, I was like, I need an airbrush. Like I can't do this with the like, you gotta hand paint little things, but I can't hand paint a whole pop. Like no way.
Right. Been there.
Yeah, we do.
Literally.
That's how we do it. Yeah, that's how we are. We just hand paint the entire thing.
I tell you what, though, as I'm hand painting, Andy's getting messages pretty steadily. Just me, just frustrated with the paint.
Especially with
I
yellow.
don't blame you guys.
Oh, we hate it.
Oh yeah, dude. Whenever I paint with the color yellow, you gotta put so much coats. And, oh my god, dude.
Yellow.
Yellow is the worst.
It's our favorite color. So I have never used an airbrush personally. I've seen a ton of videos, which makes me think that I probably won't ever get one, just because the cleaning of it stresses me out. Just watching the YouTube videos on how to do it. But what tips would you give to anybody who is thinking about starting to use an airbrush?
So I would say, like people always say, like the more expensive the better. When it comes to that, that's not like exactly true, because I bought an expensive airbrush and I'm not gonna lie, I have a cheaper one than what I spent on my first one, and it works way better and it's like less maintenance, like like you said, the maintenance it's horrible, dude. Like I get so stressed out, bro, and like sometimes like I'm like it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because it's like you could have it clean and it's like this something little that is not working and you're like it's broken or I bought so much airbrushes already because I just can't deal with it. So it's not fun, bro. Like I swear it is not fun, but it is fun. I don't know. It's like the cleaning's not fun. But who likes cleaning, you know?
I'm about to say I'm getting anxiety just hearing you talk about it.
Oh
know,
my
that's-
god, dude, it freaks me out, dude. I swear I hate it sometimes, but I mean I love it, you know, at the end of the day. So I'd rather be stressed out than I don't know. I'd rather be loving it and stressed out than like not doing it at all, you know?
I think that is the most accurate description of customizing I've ever heard in my life.
The
I'm
amount of
like, how
stress that
accurate do I want to
causes.
get, bro? Like, cause I can get more accurate, you know? I'm like, oh my god.
I'll see like a paint flaw on one of mine, just like a small one, just like a small place where my brush went a little further than I intended, and I'll look at it for a second. I'll be like, you're not gonna see that when it's on the shelf, and I'll just give up after like hours of painting. Like my Makima actually, and I don't have her here. We're in the middle of moving, so I don't have her with me. But behind one of her bangs, there is a big pink spot where my brush just accidentally leaped off the bang. And
There you go.
I was looking at it, I was like, I'm gonna have to remix the entire skin color because I didn't have a pre-made bottle. I had to mix it for hers. Something I got to remake the entire skin tone. I got to make sure it matches just to highlight that one area. You're not even gonna see it when she's facing forward on the shelf. So she just has a little pink spot right here that no one will ever know about
There
except
you
for
go.
now,
Yep.
all of our viewers.
I relate to that big time, dude. Like, especially like, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, everyone's probably been through it. Like, customizes pops, but like, you know, where they accidentally mess up or like go too far out. Even on airbrushing, it happens. Especially when I do like the demon slayers, I'll just throw some blood on it, dude, and we'll call it a day, dude.
Call it good. Yeah. Like that's all I could do for this one. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what all of our viewers now are going to be doing every time they see you post. They're going to be like looking at the blood splatters, like, where is it? Where's the
Yep.
paint flaw?
I mean, it happens, though, right? I'm like, I do. I mean, I'm like, do I want to go through all this trouble to clean up that tiny spot? You know,
You
I get what you mean.
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. I get what you mean. Like, I get how you feel.
Andy, not to put you on blast here, but you have recently gotten an airbrush.
Yep.
What are some things that you've researched, you know, before jumping into it?
Yeah, just a lot of it was the maintenance of it. That's what stressed me out, I think. Was just trying to take care of it. I'm also trying to in the middle of cleaning out my garage, so that thing is such a mess. I need an open workspace that I can use it on. So that's my excuse right now why I haven't started on it. But yeah, I definitely want to get into it. I like the way that the finish is, and how it looks. So yeah, I'll get there eventually. We'll see. We'll see when that spring cleaning comes.
I'm actually going to use this moment to transition into the project I was showing you. So I just recently did this guy right here.
Yes.
And so all of this orange that's like fading into the yellow. This is where I wish I had an airbrush. I had to do this all by hand, like
Oh
because I
no.
wanted to match this. And I'm going to tell you, I got through my first layer and I thought to myself, I'm just going to buy an airbrush at this point. I'm going to spend the $100 on an airbrush and an air compressor just so I don't have to do this by hand. I've seen some artists do it consistently on their projects, and I don't get it. Like the amount of patience and the skill that it takes. That's insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, think about it. Like, if you had an airbrush, dude, you would have been like, you would have painted that quick. You know what I mean? But like, hand painting it's just so tough. And dude, that's a clean piece. I didn't even.
I
Did you post
appreciate
that
it.
yet or no?
Not yet.
Can I
I'm
see
going
it
to be
again?
posing him. I'm going to pose him with Naruto and
Oh, that
Kurama.
looks clean though. Even the hand painting still looks clean, bro. I really like that one.
I
Yeah, it looks
appreciate it.
good.
This one stressed me out. Andy will tell you oh my God, for days I was just annoyed. Amazon delayed my delivery. I finally got the glow paint. But the picture on Amazon showed it glowing really bright orange, but without the black light on it or the sun activating it, it was just white. And so I thought I could mix it with regular paint and that would make it glow, and it still glows, but it's so dull, and I had to like put more and more of the glow paint in it. And then I had to do it by hand, and I was worried the paint that I had mixed was going to dry out. That was the most stressful 2 hours of my life, I think.
You know what I'd recommend for you to get? Transparent, like that transparent paint to mix like with your glows or whatever you do decide, because how it's like technically like not see-through, but you know what I mean? Like, dude, that would help you so much too when it comes to mixing.
Well, I was telling Andy, so this was my first time ever using glow paint. Normally what I do is I buy acrylic paint and I buy glow powder and I just mix them together. And I put a little bit of water.
Okay.
And it goes on super smooth that way. But this time I said, I'm going to skip a step and I'm just going to buy the glow paint, right? Just cut out the middleman. And I don't know if you've used glow paint, like painting on by hand. It's a super different texture. It's not something I was used to. It's almost sandy. And it doesn't spread very evenly and retain its glow. It's either you get a very thick coat and it glows super bright, or you get a thin coat and it barely shines. Andy,
you've had a little bit too. Yeah, it's like super streaky and weird. Yeah.
You've used glow on a few pieces, right?
Oh yeah. So
go ahead.
Both.
Oh well, yeah. Well, yeah, you guys seem like, so when it comes to me, I like mostly hand paint my glow. And it's like I understand what you mean about the whole like you gotta like glob it on there if you want it to glow very bright. Honestly, I'm like between those, like globbing it on there and just like I use my paintbrush, and I do like probably 10 coats, dude, for it to not look globbed on. But hey, if you glob it on right, dude, and it looks good, I mean,
it's so hard.
It is. Like glow paint's tough, dude, and airbrushing it's even worse. Like it's tough, dude. Andy, so if you try airbrushing with glow, dude, you're gonna be so stressed out. Just letting you know.
Oh, I bet. I'm not gonna do it. I'm out.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't recommend it, bro. It's people can do it no problem, and I'm like, how? Like, I want to know how, but
it makes no sense. And then you ask them how, and they're like, I don't know. I don't really tell my secrets to anyone. And you're like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. Like my first airbrush, dude, I used the glow paint on it and I ruined it completely. And I spent so much money on it, dude. And
why is that? Why did it ruin it?
It's because you know how you said it's like I forgot what you said. It's kind of like
a sandy texture.
Yeah, that's so it like when you airbrush it and it dries up, it literally like turns into like, I don't know, just like that, you know, like
yeah.
It's like if I put sand in my airbrush, dude. It was like so bad.
Geez.
Oh
yeah,
no.
I was devastated, dude. Like I was so hurt about it, but that's when I bought a cheaper airbrush. I was like, never again.
Yeah, I'm never gonna
glow
go
paint brush
paint again.
Yeah, screw that. I could never do it, never again. I'd rather hand paint it.
That's
Andy,
hilarious.
What pieces have you done glow on? I know you've had a few that we've talked about, but it's 8:30 at night.
Yeah. Oh no, you're good. I've done the Gyu. I did that one with the water swirling around him. Did quite a bit. Killua as well from Hunter x Hunter. I feel like anything I had blue, there was a stretch of months where I had like anything blue, I was just painting with that blue glow paint. So there's a few of them that I'm probably forgetting, but
I was about to say that Naruto you did for me. That one had the
Naruto that you did, yep.
The blue on the Rasengan. Daniel, I don't know if you saw this on my page when Andy sent it over, but that thing glowed like the sun. Like that thing was so bright, you could see it from space.
Which one was it? The Naruto with Rasengan, you said? Or...
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I seen it. I don't know why I can't remember the glow. You know what? I remember your Gyu one and then your Killua one that you did. Those ones glow nice, dude. I like.
Yeah, they were really good. Yeah, it just like you said, it takes like 10 coats to do it by hand, and it just takes forever. But it's totally.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll watch some like I'll watch some anime and like, cause I watch it in sub,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm like, I'm all trying to paint, look up, like especially like doing glow. Like I always try to like be occupied, so I'm not like constantly waiting for that. Like sometimes I feel like I'm staring at my piece, dude. Like,
Yep.
all right, dry already. You know?
It takes forever, dude. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like you gotta do something to occupy yourself, or else you're just painting over the same part, making it all messy.
Oh, you
That's
cut
so
out.
funny. Yeah.
I missed half of that.
Uh-oh. I was just saying that just you need to do like the 10 coats, or else it gets all messy and you're just waiting forever. It's a mess.
So I will tell you all a little hack that I did. So forever ago, when I was up in North Carolina, I got a little AC unit for my office because the AC was out in my office. But now that we're back in Florida, I brought the little AC unit with me, and it now sits at my workstation. What I'll do is after I do like a coat of paint, I'll put it on my little like 3D, like my little rotating thing, and I'll have the little AC unit pointing at it just to keep blowing on it, and it dries it out super quick.
Dude, that's smart.
So yeah, well,
Yeah, just
little
having
hack.
a fan on it.
Bro, one time I put a fan on it and I did the same thing and it kept knocking over my the Funko
Oh
or whatever
no.
I painted. Oh my god, but besides that, that does help, dude. Like I haven't done that recently, but I need to start doing that again. I could see that like drying very fast.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you step away for like 5 minutes, you come back, it's ready for the next coat. It's definitely a hack I would recommend to anyone who's getting started, especially if you're going to be doing painting customs. But speaking of glows, I'm me and Andy we're looking for somebody who wants to join who does a lot of glow customs, because it's definitely easy to start, hard to master, because there are just so many elements to it that we've kind of talked about here. I would say, from what I have seen, there are two people that come to mind for like the best glow customs. For me, it's Vet Draws and Snappy Customs. I love both of their glow customs. What about y'all? Who have you seen who really like excels at glow?
Those two are really good. I like that. Notorious, you do some really good glow ones too. You do like glow in the dark, like the blood and stuff sometimes, right?
Yeah. So I try to do that, like, cause sometimes I throw blood on it, and I'm like, well, why not make it glow? Or like, people like those little things, that,
Yeah, for sure.
like, making them glow. And I know people love glow. Like, people just love that stuff. Every time I do a custom, they're like, can you make it glow? I'm like, yeah,
Oh my
I got
goodness,
you.
yeah.
I got you. But yeah, I have to agree with you. Vet Draws and dude, I have a hard time saying it. What is it? Snappy Customs or
I think it's
Snappies,
Snappy.
yeah.
And
I
if not,
really
the
admire
comments
both
will
of their
correct
work.
us.
Yeah, I admire both of their work. I've done work with Snappy before, and I think we did a Grievous a while back. He did the glow and I did the metallic. Pretty sure he still has it, but I love doing like collabs too, dude. Like, I don't know, but I love glow artists, dude. I give props to them because that takes a lot of patience. Like for real, that takes so much patience.
I've done 2 collabs in my time as a customizer. One was with Vet Draws, Snappy, and I'm gonna say his name wrong, and I apologize if you see this episode. Funkisis, I think it is. We did our Blacklight Demon Slayer set, so I did a Nosuke. Vet Draws, I think, did Zenitsu. Snappy did Tanjiro, and Funkisis did Nezuko. And that was a super fun collab to work on. We were all in a group chat for days before we got started, just talking about what we wanted to do. And they're all great guys. I loved just, as we were like working on it, we were just sharing tips and tricks and whatnot in the group chat as we were figuring stuff out and posting like sneak peeks to what we were working on. And the other one I did was actually an in-person collaboration with a friend of mine who does other art, like glass paintings, and he's a tattoo artist too, actually. But we did the Aki doing the fox, and then the fox, of course, coming through the building.
Oh, bro, that was sick. That was amazing.
I appreciate it.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I love it.
I have to keep watching that like video of it spinning, right? Because he posted that reel or something.
Yeah,
I have to keep
Yep.
watching that because I was like, well, it just looks so like good, dude. I don't know the way he's coming out the building.
I appreciate it. So initially what I did with it, and I'm so glad I didn't. I have this mold, the silicone mold of a base that's like almost like a crater. And I've used it for like my Minato versus Obito, my Hinata versus Pain, um, my Kaguya, Naruto, and Sasuke one. Like I've used that base multiple times, and I almost took that base and like did it vertical and like glued it onto the building and like just glued the fox head onto it. But after I made the resin copy of it, I was like, I hate how this looks.
Oh
It
no.
just doesn't look good. It just looks so cartoon and it didn't make sense. So instead I took my Dremel and I cut out this big piece from the front of the building. And then I marked on the building basically like what parts. And so I cut each of that one big piece into multiple other pieces. And I cut little lines in each of the pieces that I cut out from the big piece. And I like bent them so it looked like the fox was like coming out and the building was like bending.
Yep.
And so I loved that so much more, but it was a gamble because if I hated it, then I was buying another Funko HQ because yeah, there was really no going back once I cut the front off.
Oh no. Yeah, no, it turned out great. It looks really cool the way it's coming out.
I appreciate it. Andy, you have a few projects that you just did, a few commissions actually.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I did a Michelangelo or a Mikey Squirtle, and then a few Spider-Man pieces, and then sold another one. So yeah, so I just yeah, it was a busy week for sure. I'm sure we have all those weeks where you're just like, man, it was tough for sure, but I got through it.
Notorious, how do you decide what project you're gonna start on?
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I overwhelm myself, bro, and I'll do like start 8 at once, and then I'm like, all right, I need to focus on certain things or like of like each pop. But I don't know, dude. I go crazy sometimes, and then I do events over here locally in my city, and I'll stay up all night stressing out over like 8 pops that I need to get done. I still need to clear coat them. I still need to do this, and dude, I do so much at once. I overwhelm myself, but I can't really choose where I'm gonna start because I just want to start them all. Like I don't know, bro. I get so overwhelmed.
We've talked a little bit back and forth about I personally am really bad about planning what I'm gonna do beforehand. So I'll just on a whim I'll be like, I'm gonna do the fox coming out of a building. And then I gotta buy the pieces and just wait for them to come in. Do you kind of do it like in the spur of the moment like that, or are you a little more meticulous with it? Like you kind of have a catalog that you're working through.
I guess like so when I do those events, like I'll see pops and I'm like, oh well, I kind of want to paint that one or this one, and sometimes I'll see box lunch posts or hot topic, and I'll just see a Rengoku and I'm like, oh, I need to get that, or I don't really plan it. I'm just like what would everyone like to see? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. And like I guess I planned like I did that last Ronin, the Ninja Turtle one.
Mm-hmm.
That was planned, you know what I mean? But like other than that, most of them are unplanned for sure. I just like I don't know, go with the flow, what's coming out. Like when Kaido dropped from One Piece, like, oh, I need to paint that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I just kind of like follow Instagram, like local stuff, and start from there.
Yeah, there's almost like a rush to get those pieces done because you're like you don't want to miss like the hype for it, because then you're like if you're posting too late you're like I did one too like a month later.
Yeah, dude, I feel you on that. Like I see something drop and I'm like driving in the mall fast and
Yep.
in a rush for no reason. Like I don't know, I just feel like I got to be the first one to post it, or like like I don't know. I get that feeling, bro. Like 100%. I get like that so bad, dude.
See, that's all it was with my Beast Gohan. Everyone was posting their Beast Gohans. And then like a month later, I'm like, here's mine, guys.
Yep. Here we go. Yeah. Remember this guy? Yeah.
Someone actually messaged me for one, and I was looking at yours actually, and I was like, I don't know. I think it looks yours is super clean, dude. Like, I'm assuming it's what a Piccolo body or
Piccolo
yeah,
body, Super Saiyan Goku arm. Oh God, whose hand did I use? I think it was also Piccolo's. And then Yamcha's hand was the one that's like reaching over. That was mine. And then which ones did you use again for yours, Andy?
It was all the Gohan pieces. It was just like just this separate. There's like one with him when he's wearing the green, like Android 16. And then just a different one where he's jumping up. So I just had to swap the heads on those ones. But yeah, no, it's just a few of the Gohan pieces, I think. I'm trying to think of it if I used anything else. Because that was before I started doing even like body parts. I was just doing the swapping heads. So yeah, that one turned out pretty cool. I like that one a lot. That one was a lot of fun.
And then Daniel, you said you were looking at you had just gotten that commission for a Beast Gohan piece.
yeah. Someone messaged me, and I'm pretty sure this happens to you guys. Like when you message someone, and then they're like, "All right, let me know," and then it gets pushed down the message. So that happened to me, and then he messaged me again, reminded me. But it's just like I was looking at all the pieces, trying to figure out what I need. You know what I mean? And then he's like, "Hey, update." I'm like, yeah, give me a while. I need to find the exact pieces, bro, because I don't want to like I don't know. I want it to be accurate. Like your guys's were clean, and then like I seen all the other ones, and I'm like, it has to look like that. You know, like
Exactly, yeah.
I don't want to give Gohan a like Piccolo's arm. You know how it's like he has like that pink stuff on his arm, and it's like all wavy, and I'm like I need to like mold it right, and I don't know, do all that.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm like Frankensteining pieces together. I'm like, I need that arm, but that hand. So I got to cut it off and I got to glue them together and pray to God they line up in size. It's stressful.
Dude, when I heard you say that right now, I was like, well, I just thought you used like 2 pieces or something. Like, that's crazy, bro. You used that much pieces on that. I didn't realize, like, I didn't notice. Like, just look, I don't know, it looks super good.
I appreciate that.
Goes together really good.
I had the same thing happen with my most recent power from Chainsaw Man, her on the scythe. So somebody messaged me asking me what body I used. And I'm telling them, I used a Little Wayne torso, Kite's arm, Himiko Toga's arm for the other one, Ken Kaneki's legs, oh God, Brandon Yuri's shoes. They're just like, oh my God, that's a lot of pieces.
It's so many.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I give you props because like I can't even think of that with my like head when I'm looking at something like I need this, this, and that. Like I cannot do that. Like I guess as I go, I put things together, and I'm like, that's crazy, bro. I give you like props on that. I cannot do that.
Dude, he's like seriously like a wizard when it comes to it. Because I'll be like, I'm
Literally.
thinking about doing this. Well, I'll think about doing pieces where messaging each other. And I'm like, I'm thinking about doing this character. And he's like, well, look at this head and this body. And like he just sends me pictures like immediately. And they're like perfect matches. I'm like, oh yeah, that would work. I'm like, that's perfect. Thank you. Like it's the craziest, like you have
That
to get
is.
my friend. Yeah.
Well, I was talking about, I think it was on Ruby's episode, like when we're messaging like that, I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. So then I just start scrolling through the Funko app. I'm like, oh, this head would work, this body would work. But I seen like Vinyl Alchemist. Either of you follow his TikTok?
Mm.
I think I do. I've seen some of his recent stuff, yeah, on TikTok, yeah.
And he'll post some of his TikToks over to Instagram. But I'll be watching it and he'll be like, this is the character I'm making. Like he'll be like, oh, I'm making oh God, I don't know. I'm making Levi from Attack on Titan. And then he brings out like an Edward Scissorhand body. You know what I mean? Not that that's actually one that he did, but like I'll look at these pieces. I'm like, I would have never thought to connect those to make that character, but it worked. It looks fantastic.
They come out
you
great,
see him
yeah.
like you see him like cut it down with the I forgot what the little knives are called. Oh my God,
The X-Acto knives.
X-Acto knife. Yeah, you'd see him cut it down and then add some clay, and then he sprays it, airbrushes it, and then you're like, what? That's crazy, Like I get what you mean. I've seen those videos.
Well, and I look at that. I don't know about y'all, but I used to not really be afraid of blades until I started doing this hobby. When I first started, I cut myself so many times. And now whenever I'm working with a razor, I'm like holding my breath and going super steady and cutting away and following all the rules I probably should have been following from the beginning. But watching those videos, it just gives me anxiety because he's just cutting so quick and so efficiently. I'm just like, oh my God, Vinyl Alchemist, slow down, please.
Oh my goodness, yeah. You're like, you're gonna give me a heart attack. No, yeah, he
Yeah,
does
when
the pieces really good. And he lines them up so perfectly too. That's such a good point too that you mentioned how you need to make sure they even line up and match in size because sometimes some of the Funko Pops don't. So yeah, that's a good point that he makes it work really well and lines up those pieces like crazy.
Yeah, I noticed that like a lot of them aren't like, they're all lined up, you know, and like sometimes I try to put things together and I'm like, yeah, they're not lined up.
Nope,
Like he
yeah,
definitely
no.
has, you know, he has a talent for sure. Like that dude's talented.
I think the three people that I've really kind of followed the most, like three of the bigger creators that just kind of consistently put out really good stuff is Vinyl Alchemist, MD Custom, and Otaku Customs. Those three have been like just consistently putting out really good work, and I love whenever I see them post and I think of new stuff that I could do. And I like when they post their how-to videos of like them putting it together because it's just so fascinating to me to see them doing it.
Yeah, those videos aren't like they're hard. Like, you know, whenever you're recording everything and the angles, the lighting, and yeah, they're really I give them props on that too, because I try to make videos and people tell me, oh, you need to make a video, you need to do this or show the process, and it's hard, you know, like
It's so
like
difficult.
on top of already painting, and then you got to go and edit a video, and I don't know, that's tough, and I give like them props, dude. Like it's hard, especially all the work they put in.
Yep.
Well, Squirrely is notorious. He will go live when he's doing it, and he just gets his audience involved, and he has them like pick colors and what glitter he's going to use. I think that is like an incredible engagement idea, like to get your fan base like really involved in what you're doing.
Yeah, see, that's pretty cool. Who does it exactly?
Sparkled by Squirrely.
I don't know if I follow that person. I need to follow them, but that's pretty cool that they do that.
I'll send you his
no,
page.
it's yeah, he
Yeah,
does
for them to get involved.
yeah, and he does a bunch of glitter stuff. So he'll like do the pieces real clean, makes them all like sparkly and stuff. It's really cool.
He was actually
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that.
you're good. I was gonna say he was actually our first guest. He was in our second episode. And we posted some of his work in that video if you want to kind of go back and take a look, because I'm telling you, I didn't even think diamond customs were possible. Like I would see them in the store and I'd be like, oh, that's cool, but there's no way a customizer could do glitter like this. And then Squirrely comes out of nowhere and he just like changes the game of it. You know, he's extremely talented. I think you'd really like his work.
I'll definitely check it out. And like that takes patience. I couldn't even imagine like working with all that.
No,
Like
not
even
only
people
that.
that do the little like rhinestones or stuff like that.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Even people that do that, like that's crazy. Because people do like 300 rhinestones on one Funko Pop. I'm like, that's patience right there.
Yep. Well, and he was telling us, I thought that he was just globbing on like Mod Podge and then doing the glitter and like making it look like that. He's like, no, he's like, I use like a little tiny applicator and he's doing like tiny line by tiny line, making it look super clean.
That's
like
crazy.
that just, yeah, I'm like, that is insane. There's no way I would be able to do that.
I don't know if it's because I'm like impatient, but I can never, because I'd be so stressed out with that, dude.
Yep.
Well, you know that we're really excited, you know, to kind of do this podcast because we're bringing on people who are just doing such unique things. Like Squirrely, he's doing the the diamond customs. Ruby does like the full clay customs. You do the metallic customs, but like the more like, what were you saying? Pearl. Oh goodness.
The pearlescent. Yeah.
Thank you. You guys are all just kind of masters of your own craft, and you've developed such a unique style. You know, talking to all of you, you know, we're like starstruck in our me and Andy's group chat talking about like, oh my god, we got this person on. It's so, you know, now in the next episode I get to talk about how, you know, we talked to the Notorious Customs, you know, and we got to hear his style.
Dude, honestly, I'm like honored to do this. I'm not gonna lie, because like people have been wanting to get me on podcasts here locally in my town and on Instagram, but I don't know. I feel more comfortable with you guys because we all, I don't know, we could all relate to the same thing, and I don't know, we all have the same interests, and you know, like I don't know, you guys are awesome, is what I'm saying, and like what you guys is doing is cool, and like everyone's like so divided. It feels like, you know, all the customizers, and it's good for all of us just to talk and all that. I don't know. That's how I feel.
That's literally what our planning session was. Our first ever planning session. We both kind of talked like we just want everyone to get to talk and get to be involved. And you know, when Andy came up with this idea, I was just yeah, of course I was hesitant because I'm naturally very shy, I swear. But like this was just such a cool thing, and it just brings out the passion in everyone. And I don't know, I thought this was such a really cool idea, and I love that we just all get to talk and just talk about custom pops and collecting and all that.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
No, we love
Andy,
it,
dude.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know that you send me a bunch of stuff, and sorry if I don't get back to you, but all my Instagram's hectic, dude. But I mean, I see all the stuff you sent me, and I don't know, dude. I admire your work because I remember when you first started, I was like, what's this guy doing this stuff? You know, this badass stuff over here. You know what I mean? Like, your line work, dude, like I couldn't even do that. Like, someone wants me to do some line work on their Attack on Titan pop, and I'm like, why can't I just send this to Andy? You know?
Yeah, I know. I hear you, dude. Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Bro, make it a collab.
Dude, for
Literally,
sure.
like,
I'm waiting. Yeah, send me something and I'll do a collab with you.
I've been trying to collab with you. I'm sorry I haven't sent you that All Might, bro.
No, you're good whenever.
I need to get that to you.
My goal is for like our 100th episode, we do a collab with everybody that we've had on the podcast thus far. And like we maybe not one giant collab because that might get a little hectic, but like one collab with each guest that we've had on. I think that would be an incredible thing. And, you know, we could just give it away to our subscribers at, you know, that 100 episode mark. And we keep saying we're going to meet up in Colorado or Florida one of these days and, you know, do an episode. So,
dude, that'd be awesome.
That'd be so cool.
We'll make it like an auction. Yeah.
I live in New Mexico, so I'm not far from Colorado. I'd love
there
to
you
do
go,
that
bro.
one day. I'd be open for that for sure.
Let's do it.
100 episode special, just slowly picking up momentum. You know, we're gonna get everyone together.
And if you guys ever need me for any metallic work, or like if you guys ever want to collab, you guys know I'm here. So
dude,
you're gonna regret that offer.
And I'll take a while on them collabs, but hey man, I'll come through.
You're gonna start getting custom pops in the mail every week. Be like, hey, I need a metallic glow on this one, please. And if you could go ahead and add a little metallic red to this one, that would be great.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh, dude, I got all your stuff. I got you guys. Don't worry about it. Like if you have passion for this, you know what I mean? Like I really don't like mind helping you guys out or helping anyone else out like that needs the help. Like, dude, it's crazy. I met some guy here locally. He does customs and all that. He told me I inspired him, and then he was like, dude, I'm like shaking like right now. And I'm like because of me, like I don't know, just like experience that. I was like, this is my first time experiencing that. And it's just like I just want to help, you know what I mean? Like I even told him, like, dude, if you need any help, I'm here, you know? Like I said earlier, I feel like everyone's like divided. Not everybody, but there's certain people that are divided, you know, and I don't know. So it's awesome to share this with you guys, you know, and do this with you guys.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. We absolutely love it. That is so awesome. So yeah, we could talk about some other stuff. We could talk about anime. You guys want to get into some of that?
Before we do, there was just one more thing I wanted to ask, and this is like, I think the question that, you know, a lot of customizers get, you know, do you do you only buy pieces, or do you only make pieces as commissions, or do you also make stuff for your own shelf?
Just mostly commissions, I used to like keeping my own stuff, but I don't know why I have something with like about keeping my own stuff. Like I'd rather someone else enjoy it, like than me hold on to it. So I personally, dude, I try to get rid of it, or if I have something that I painted and I've had it forever, I'll
Yeah.
give it to like a close friend, or I don't know, I'll throw it on a deal or something just because I want someone to have it. Like I don't want it. It's not that I don't want it because I don't want my own stuff, but like I just don't. I don't know, like Kaido, for example, that One Piece pop, I would have kept it if no one bought it. But it's just like that pop only. I can't think of any other ones that I
Yeah, I
want to keep.
gotcha.
I don't know. It's just I have that weird thing.
See, it's so hard for me to get rid of one of mine. I just like the Denji on Shark. Like that is gonna be a family heirloom at this point. Like I'm gonna hand it down to my son. He's gonna hand it
Yep.
down to his. That one has to stay in the family.
Yeah, I'm the same
Oh, yeah,
way
that's
too. I have so
amazing.
many. Yeah, no, that one was awesome. Yeah, I'm the same way. I have so many pieces that I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting rid of this one. I like it too much. I'm like, I'm okay keeping it. That's so funny that yeah, Daniel's like, nah. He's like, just give it away.
Dude, I don't know why. I just don't like. I mean, I like keeping them. Don't get me wrong, but I already have so much, dude. Already, like,
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. I have stuff at my dad's house, and my dad's like, "Hey, are you gonna come get your stuff?" And I'm like, "Hey, it's not in your way. Just leave it where I put it. Don't touch it." I have so much, dude, and I don't. It's just like not impulse buys, but like you see things you like and you want to get it. So it's like, how can you not? How can you not get something that
And
you
there's
like?
so yeah, and we were just talking about before with the One Piece drops, like some of them are so awesome. Like you can't, how can you not buy these pieces and try to customize them? Because yeah, like the law that just came out, he's on the polar tank, looks so badass, and then Kid as well. Um, yeah, I hear you. We're on the same boat where we're just like, yeah, how can you not buy these pieces?
And then like whenever the first Luffy pop dropped with the Going Merry,
Yep.
you're like, okay, I'm gonna get this. And then the Sunny dropped, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna stress out about this. Like I stressed out about the Going Merry, and then now the Law one. Oh my god,
Yep.
it's
They're
too
gonna keep
much.
coming
Like,
out. They keep coming out with them.
oh,
I
like
I
I don't know if
I
you've
don't
seen my story. I was ranting about it because I was
You
like,
were
I
you
love One Piece, but I was like, oh my god, please no more chases, please, no more.
the One Piece ships, the Thousand Sunny and the Going Merry. I don't watch One Piece. I get why everyone loves it. But Naruto till the day I die. Um, but I saw them announce those ships, and like I felt like secondhand excitement. I was like, oh my god, One Piece rarely ever gets pops. Like this one is gonna make the fans go crazy. And boy did they. That thing sold out so quick. People just were just so excited that Funko actually listened to the fans for once, which is a pretty common complaint that they do not do.
right.
Yeah, exactly. I never go for drops. Like whenever there's a early drop, like I'd rather get my sleep. Like I used to love going in the morning and going, but I don't know. I just got to that point where I'm like, whatever. But when it came to the Going Merry, I had to go get that at Hot Topic.
Yep.
Like I woke up early and I waited and waited, and I'm so thankful I got it.
Um, I see all these One Piece drops. It's like years of One Piece being dry and not having any releases was like all corrected at the last Funko Fair. Like
Yeah.
something happened, and Funko was just like, all right, here is everything One Piece we have ever planned. And it was such a massive drop, but people were so excited. I was getting anxiety for the fans though, as I kept seeing more stuff come out and more drops happening. My heart was just racing. I was like, guys, I don't know what you're gonna do.
I
These
know.
pre-orders are getting
I know I was so stressed out. I'm like, okay, I could only buy one for now, and then slowly take it because, like you said, it was just so much. Like the chases, the Funko Shop exclusives. Like, oh my god, dude, not another like Samurai Brook or another Samurai Chopper again. And I missed all three of them: the Samurai Brook, Chopper, and Luffy. And like, I'm the type of guy like when it comes to One Piece that I have to collect them all. I don't know why. I have to collect that whole set.
how I am with Naruto. Though, how did you feel about the Chase Sanji?
Yeah, I
I
get it.
I don't know. I have to get it still, but I'm not a big fan of it. Like, it's crazy how like they drop stuff and the original is better than the chase. You know what I mean? Like, I forgot what other pop there was like that where like the chase wasn't as good as the original. Like the diecast ones. The
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah, do you get what I mean? Like how the chase is a silver, like it should be
yeah,
opposite. I don't know. It would make more sense. And I'm
No,
saying like that Sanji chase was all right, is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I haven't got it yet personally, but I will eventually.
when I saw that one drop and I saw what the chase was, I was telling Andy I would be furious if I pre-ordered the common and got the chase, because that one was a Chalice exclusive, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I think so.
And
Yeah,
so when Chalice is, when they first drop, the Chalice ones like normally secondhand will jump up to like 50 or $60. I would be furious if I pre-ordered and got the chase, because then I know I'm gonna have to turn around secondhand and spend another $60 to get the one that actually looks good. Like I don't know what Funko was thinking with that. Does Sanji go invisible in that suit? Is that what that's supposed to be?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he goes invisible, but it's like their whole translucent invisible thing don't work. You know what I mean? Like it
yeah,
just doesn't make sense. They could have done something completely different, but they chose to
Not as a
make another clear
chase.
pop. Yeah, like the froppy. You know how they have like the translucent froppy. That one's
yeah,
cool because you could
yeah. That
actually
one
see
does look cool.
some color, and that one's cool. But like, yeah, Sanji's just it looks like just it's weird. I don't like it.
For me, the translucent ones, they don't work well as chases. They do work good as like pop and tea bundles. That would be cool. Maybe
Yeah,
like a
yeah, that's
mystery
cool.
box guaranteed item. That would be fine. Like, you get that and another pop, whatever. But even if they did it like half translucent, like the bottom half translucent, you see the paint like fading on the top half, that would even be
Yeah,
like a worthwhile chase. But the full solid clear, I didn't like it personally.
yeah, that's more for like a John Cena Funko Pop. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that Sanji one I wasn't a big fan of, but like I said, I when it comes to that set, dude, I gotta get it. So I'm gonna take my time. It's a chalice, so it's like I already stock a couple times, so I'll wait.
Yeah,
See, that's how I felt about the most recent Tsunade that they did, where she has the 1,000 healings.
Yeah,
I was a little annoyed. I pre-ordered it, of course, because it's part of the Naruto set, but I was a little annoyed that they didn't change the pose or nothing. It was just the exact same pop we got like 2 or 3 years ago, but they
exactly.
put a decal on the face. Like, uh, but I bought
And
it.
who knows? They probably wanted to drop that years ago. You know what I mean? Maybe they were gonna drop it when they dropped the comment, but
Maybe as a
they're like,
chase.
oh, let's wait. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that one's sick. I personally I didn't get that one, but I need to get that one because I have, of course, Orochimaru, and even though
nice.
it's a common, I mean, who doesn't want Orochimaru? You know, like, and then Jiraiya, of course. I haven't got the
Those are
popsicle
awesome.
one though. Jiraiya with popsicles. I need to get that one still.
That one, you actually waited the perfect amount of time to get that one. It used to be like 100 something when it first came out because it was a con pop, but it's gone down to like $30 now. Like, this is the time to get it if you need it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick that one up. I like it's Jiraiya too. Like I kind of have to get it. You know.
Right.
They need to make more of him for sure. I mean, it's
Well,
Funko though, so
well, and the cool thing is with them doing the Bordeaux set alongside the Naruto set, there's gonna be a chance, I think, where we start getting characters from the original Naruto in their adult form, granted, but I think before we even get them as and for the Naruto Shippuden set, also with them doing that whole time travel arc, they could start giving us the part one Naruto characters finally, because the licensing on that has not gone through, I guess, for the last 6 years. They keep saying that they're going to do the part one Naruto, and then the contract gets pulled. I don't know. I I'm just regurgitating what Skittle Rampage has posted. I don't know.
Dang, that sucks. That'd be really cool though.
Naruto has so much like characters that they haven't even came out with yet, and it's like it's just a matter of time. I feel like.
Well, and then there's main characters that haven't even gotten a pop yet. Meanwhile,
Exactly.
we got the two side characters that were in the in the oh god the Asuma arc where he got killed by Hidan and Kakazu. We have the two supporting ninjas from that fight, but we don't have like Neji. What?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Bro, I don't get why people hate on Neji. Like, I have so much love for that dude. Like, honestly, I think he's sick, dude. Honestly,
You know,
I get
I'm
where people
100%.
come from, though.
Huh?
I get where people come from where they don't like him, but I'm like it's kind of like the whole Sakura thing. Like people don't like her, but yet again, where would they be without her? You know, like it doesn't make
Right.
sense.
Well, you know, I posted that big Team 7 piece, and I had like 3 or 4 comments where people were like, 3 of those are good, but then we need to get rid of that piece of trash. And I'm like, bro, she's part of the team. Like, what are you
We
doing?
gotta That's harsh.
I was like, guys, there are 4 slots on the base that I bought. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to just leave it empty? You want me to put Akamaru there? Like, what do you want? She's part of the pop.
Exactly. Like she's she makes a big difference in the anime, and I mean it's the truth, and there are those characters that aren't like that, they don't make that big of a difference, but she's one of them for sure.
Right.
She's team 7 for sure.
I'm finally watching Boruto, and I just got to the part where they're the new Team 7, and Boruto also gets a lot of hate, and I get it, truly I do. But it's more Naruto. Like we get to see more of the characters that we we saw in part 1 and Shippuden, so I'm enjoying it. They just became the new Team 7. I thought that was super cool, but I don't know. I'm wanting to make like Boruto custom pops, and like I'm watching the show thinking of moments I could do. So hey, maybe that's something coming in the future. Andy, you've talked about how you were going to be making some Spy Family pieces while you were watching the show.
Yes.
Are there any other animes that you've been watching that you're thinking about bringing to your page?
No other animes yet. My daughter really wants me to she wants me to watch Dr. Stone. She's been getting into that one, so she wants me to watch that one next. But yeah, no, maybe just the JJK, the Jujutsu Kaisen customs, like the Yuta that I want to do. I think that one will be really cool. But yeah, nothing else in the chamber right now. What about you, Daniel? You got any new projects that you got coming up you're excited about?
I can't really think of something, but someone wanted me to do another Necros Exodia, but they wanted it black. But that like color change that I've been doing, I've been thinking of putting that onto that Necros because I feel like it would make it pop just as more. I don't know, and no, I can't think of anything really. I posted that Tengen and people like wanted it, but it was like 1 of 1. So like if I had a 3D printer, don't get me wrong, dude, I'd be making those like crazy. But I'm taking it slowly. But no, I personally no. I even try to think of like other animes that I could make, but someone wanted me to do that what is it called? It's like a basketball one, the anime. I can't remember. It's like a basketball one. They wanted me to make a custom of that. And then that haiku, the volleyball one?
Volleyball.
Yeah, they want me to do one of those too. So
start looking for pieces.
Let me know what you need.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bro, when you guys were talking about that earlier, I was like, now I know what to message.
Yep. He's your man, dude. Yeah, dude. He'll help you out like crazy.
My services are free, I promise.
Other than that, I can't really think of anything. Like, I try to think of some One Piece stuff, but I don't know. When I try to think about like things to customize, sometimes it's hard for me to come up with ideas, because everyone's already making them, like.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, this would be cool. Oh, okay, never mind. Someone already made one. You know, like
It's about that time of year now for me. So my first piece that ever like blew up was my Hinata versus Pain, and it's been about a year. So I think I'm gonna redo that one. I already have this like super detailed base that I'm gonna be using, and so I personally feel that one thing that really really elevates the level of a custom is smoke in the background, like vinyl smoke on the piece. Like I don't know what it is, but to me that's like you could have a pop standing on like a rock and I'll be like, oh, that's cool. But then like you have like smoke coming off the rock. I'm like, that's a deluxe pop immediately. Um, but I came in contact with these three smoke pieces that I casted in silicone. And I'm gonna use those as molds going forward. So I'll always have like I guess like little smoke pieces that I can attach to the bases. Um, and so like I'm really excited to see how I can use those in some projects, especially after watching the Demon Slayer premiere last night. I really want to make a Tengen versus oh god, what was the brother's name?
The Gyutaro.
Yes, I want to make one of
That'd
them
be
and have
awesome.
the smoke, and I'm gonna get an airbrush and like learn to like make the smoke like that reddish color, you know what I mean, just to
Dude,
really
yeah.
capture the scene. But yeah, so if you guys ever need smoke for your pieces, let me know. I have silicone molds now that I can send your way.
Nice.
bro, that'd be awesome because I'm like sometimes I've done my research on doing bases, but I'm not like I've tried to do bases and I'm not so good at them. And I got to the point where I just want to order some off Etsy, you know, like because they have some cool stuff on there,
Yeah.
but yet again, like I still gotta apply myself, you know. But dude, some smoke, I know where to go to. I'll hit you
Yep,
up,
baby.
man.
Gotcha.
Like you said, it makes everything look better.
I don't know what it is. To me, just something in my brain says like, you see like the little like swirls in the piece and like, because I could never do that with clay, not in a million years. But then I see it on other people's bases and I'm just like, that just looks clean. Like I don't know. I don't know. Something in my brain just says that is now a 10 out of 10 custom. So if anyone ever needs anything, let me know. I can hook you up.
Clay's definitely not fun. I started experimenting with it, and I think I just bought a cheap clay, like the beginner type one, because it was so soft. Like I would literally touch it, and it would like I don't know, like I needed it to stay straight, and I'd barely hit it, and it
Right.
would curve or like I don't know how to explain it.
The one that I think we talked about with Ruby, one of the ones that I bought was a different formula. It was like sticky and it would like you were saying, like it would move really easy. And if you like even like looked at it wrong, boom, you got a fingerprint on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And mine was like it was very glittery, and I used to hate it because I used to wash my hands so many times, and you could see all the glitter on my hands from the clay. And I'm like, I know people use gloves, but I feel like it's hard with gloves. Like you can't. It's like you
I
have to use your
can.
hands.
I really can't. I've heard a trick where if you have a clay like that, if you put it in the freezer for like an hour and then try to work with it, it'll be better. It didn't make any difference for me with the one that I was using, but maybe that'll help. I don't know. It didn't work for me, but I'll pass along the wives' tale.
Yeah, molding is not fun. Like that's why like I see like MD and Otaku and um I think Good Boy just did that Deku, the dark art
Yep.
Deku, and
Yep.
like dude, those are so sick. I want to get to that level one day. You know?
Yeah.
No, for sure. Yeah, the clay work is
And then I was
insane.
watching you do the I was watching you do the Denki the with the shark.
Yep.
Yep.
Like I was watching your video and like I don't know, bro. Like I mean, you got talent. You got talent. You know what I mean? And like I wish I was just that good to like. I try, bro, with clay, but I guess I just like I said, I didn't get the right one. But I mean, you guys definitely got talent, bro.
I appreciate it. Hey, and anytime if you ever have any questions or any way that I can help, shoot me a message. Like I got you. I'm more than happy to help. Andy has also stepped into the world of clay recently, and you've seen some of the pieces he's been putting out. clay, yeah, it helps you make just whole new characters. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love working with clay. Like it's fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, it stresses me out, but
Yep.
just to see the outcome of things, just to see like the outcome and how it's gonna look and or when it's done and painted. I don't know. So it makes me happy.
Oh, dude, I've been using clay now for I think like 2 years on my page. It still stresses me out. I hate working with clay, but I love how it looks afterwards. But oh god, the headband that I did on this one, this is all clay minus the this piece right here. The rest of it all clay.
Yeah, it looks legit, honestly.
It
Now that I
came
look
out
at it,
so
like,
good.
yeah.
It stressed me out the entire time. I'm sitting there trying to like make the creases in the headband, and I'm looking at a reference, and I'm not breathing because I'm making the creases.
Yep. It is stressful. That's
If you would
hilarious.
have told me that was clay, I would have thought that was like, I don't know, just a piece of like, I don't know, another headband or something like the Minato ones or something. No, it looks legit, dude. That one looks super legit.
That's what I was doing the entire time. Was I was just looking at another Naruto one and trying to copy the creases, because yeah, otherwise it would have just been a line of clay on his head. That would have been not great.
Even baking, dude. Like baking clay and stuff. Like, I when I first started, I would freak myself out. Like, I'm gonna melt this Funko Pop right in
Yep.
my oven, or
That's what everyone thinks. Yep.
yeah, like literally, dude. I would think I'm gonna melt something, and like I remember one time I worked with something that wasn't like it was Funko, but it was a different material, and it melted actually in my oven.
Oh
And
no.
yeah, and I just assumed, oh well, if it's Funko, then it should be fine. No, it wasn't. I
I
was devastated.
I that was my biggest fear when I first started with clay, and it didn't happen, and I was super thankful for the universe. But Andy, I was working on a custom base, and it was going to be like a super intricate one, and I was like putting these little clay pieces together, and I like had all of these like little detailed parts on it, and I was like, all right, I'm going to cook the clay, and it was sitting on top of this little black base that was like holding everything together. And I went to cook it, and it finally happened after 2 years of nothing melting in the oven. The entire base caved in on itself, and it was ruined. So I threw it away, and I just put a little tornado piece under the shark, and I said, "This is the base now."
Yep. There you go.
Yep.
Oh man, it's the worst. Yeah, and it hits you out of nowhere too, because you're already being so careful with that piece, and you're like, please don't let anything bad happen, and then and then it
Yep.
melts. Everyone's worst fear.
And then it's like, what like do you like? I put mine on like some silicone thing, but like at first, I remember I literally had it on like a pan, dude, and like, that the pan gets hotter than like whatever, like more than anything. And I remember I like melted a Vegeta pop, like not completely, but it was melted, and
Oh no.
I was like, oh, it's good, but I didn't think about the pan, like because it was hot, super hot. So I melted the crap out of it for sure.
I have found that the best material to use when you're like putting it in the oven is some kind of ceramic. Like I use a ceramic plate, and the plate doesn't get so hot that it melts, but it also like gives the pop a nice open area to like get affected by the heat and cook the clay. So if you ever try put anything in the oven again, my advice, use ceramic. That's worked pretty well for
That's
me.
smart.
Guys,
Ceramic makes sense though, because it's like, that makes sense though. Completely
Yeah.
ceramic, because it can't melt or whatever, it makes sense. I never thought of that.
Yeah, that's my my LV Customs tip of the day. Use ceramic. Guys, I think we might be coming up on time here.
Yeah.
Daniel, is there anything you want to talk to your audience about? Anything that you want to just tell anyone who's tuning in?
No, that I'm just sorry about the beeping.
Okay.
I'm really thankful, just I don't know, just to be here, and I don't know, just really thankful for all the people that support me. And I mean, I'll just keep dropping like whatever you guys want, you know what I mean? Like keep dropping
yeah.
that heat, dude.
Heck yeah.
But you know, I'm always thankful for my people, and I'm planning a giveaway soon, so hopefully I get around to that.
Awesome.
But thank you guys for having me here. Like, hopefully we could do another one soon in the future or something.
Yeah, for sure. We're down. We're always looking for guests.
Yeah, well, I'm always here. I'm always here. So sending you guys down.
We really appreciate you coming on. You know, we love your work. We're excited, you know, to give what your audience want a platform to, you know, hear you talk and get to know you a little bit. And, you know, get to kind of show our audiences just a different style. Cause, you know, we like just talking to, again, just the best of the best in their field and seeing how they do what they do. So you coming on, we know we really appreciate it. And I appreciate you being part of the We Make Pops podcast project.
Oh no, no problem, dude. Like I said, I mean, I'm always open to it and do another episode or whatever. And if you guys, like I said, if you guys ever need me for anything, I'm always here. So like
Awesome. We
always.
appreciate
So
it.
I got you
Awesome.
guys.
Cool. I
3 in the
appreciate
morning.
it, bro.
Hey, 3 in the morning. If you guys need me, just kidding. Nah.
Yeah.
No, you said it. You said it. It's real now.
We're gonna be doing a
Hey.
podcast 3 in the morning.
I'm gonna get a phone call from Instagram and be like, who is this?
Yep.
Calling me right now. I mean, we
Yep.
know
It's 3 a.m.
so.
collab time, brother.
3 a.m. Here we go.
Well, I guess that is an episode then. Thank you all for watching. You know, like, comment, subscribe, tell us what you thought. Tell us some creators you would like to see. And tell us your favorite one of Notorious's projects. We'd love to hear it, and love for him to get to hear what you guys like seeing. Andy, anything else you want to say to the audience?
No, thank you guys for another episode. We're excited. We love talking to you guys and talking custom. So yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, guys.